G'day YouTube, this is Amiga back with another video. Hey, I'm bringing this to you because honestly, I'm starting to get really worried. Here in Australia, I've got my news feed and honestly, every single story when I click Donald Trump is about the fake news phenomenon. Anything to do with the alt-right is about the fake news phenomenon. Now, I've got to be honest guys, Pizzagate has been a fucking disaster. Honestly, I know a lot of you are interested in it, and I know a lot of you have real concerns and want to investigate Pizzagate, and that's fine. I understand that, and I understand something really disturbing is going on there in Pizzagate. But guys, listen, it's being used as a weapon. It's being formed as a weapon against the right. It really is. It could be completely credible. I don't have an opinion on it because I just haven't been able to verify anything. We've got a few vague emails and some other stuff, all pointing to something that stinks, but no real credible information. But this fake news phenomenon has really taken off since the shooting that happened at Comet Pizza. And like I said, they're weaponizing this shit. Now listen, you've got to understand what is going on around the world right now. You've got the German elections coming up, okay? You've got Brexit. Now, the EU are freaking out in Europe. They are freaking out, right? They're really concerned about this movement of the right. Brexit, America. It's happening in other places in Europe. It looks like it's going to happen in Australia. There's just a massive anti-Trump, anti-alt-right campaign happening in the media right now in Australia. So you've got to understand what's happening all around the world. And the globalists are, they are fighting back. They're like a wounded animal and they're fighting back, guys. And here's the freaking kicker. And I hate to say this, but YouTube, Google are fucking siding with these low-life cunts. They really are. I'm just going to read you some stuff. And, like I saw Obama and Merkel meet up in Europe. And I made a video, it's called The Evil Alliance. And I was sort of thinking, they were talking about fake news. And I thought, they're a bit butthurt about the election, but it's something far more insidious than that, guys. This is a freaking concerted effort by the globalists to literally shut us down, and not only shut us down, but turn us into criminals. Now, I just want to read this to you. German Chancellor Merkel, who is presently deciding whether to run for a historic fourth term on the strength of her pro-migrant policies, which have seen her lauded with praise by President Obama, moved to address populism in her joint address, calling the surge of interest in right-wing politics a wave that engulfs us, in commas. Mrs. Merkel noted the sentiment seems to come from the United States, but an oblique reference to President Donald Trump said it was an issue she was dealing with in Europe too, she said. Now, just going on for that, apparently blaming the rising populism politics that are popular with voters on the internet. The German Chancellor implied the internet would have to be subject to restrictive censorship laws as were enacted by many European nations to stem the disruptive effect of the printing press, she said. Now, let's have a look at these European nations she's talking about. They're fucking dictatorships, mate. I mean, what is she talking about? Russia? Well, I mean, what is she talking about? Which European nations is she talking about? I mean, she's talking about a fucking all-out censorship to basically shut down the free press. I mean, we're talking full-on New World Order shit here. Now, listen, in May this year, the US tech giant signed a code of conduct, or tech giants. That includes Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Now listen to what these guys have signed up for, promising to work with the Commission and national law enforcement to criminalise and sanction individual perpetrators. That's you and me. That's people who make YouTube clips, perhaps if we live in Europe, as well as committing to promoting independent counter-narratives that the EU favours. So basically criminalising anyone that speaks against the EU, while also committing to promoting an agenda that is pro-globalist. That's exactly what that just said. I'm not joking. Speaking on Sunday, the EU's Justice Commissioner added fake news, in inverted commas, to the list of what they wanted to censor online. The series of commitments to combat the spread of illegal hate speech online in Europe developed together with the IT companies include the promise to review the majority of flagged hate speech within 24 hours. And they're talking about the hate speech and censorship laws they want to pass. Google moved first, announcing Monday a policy to update which restricts its adverts from being placed on fake news sites. We will restrict ads serving on pages that misrepresent, misstate or conceal information about the publisher, the publisher's content, or the primary purpose of the web property, a spokeswoman told Reuters. So where does that leave somebody like me who wants to protect his identity? Where does that leave somebody like Baring? We've just seen him shut down. Where does that leave, a lot of YouTubers who, can't reveal their identities? And if they do, they're going to be freaking crucified by the social justice warriors. They're going to be attacked by the mob. This is exactly, this is what they call atomization. It's a tactic used in totalitarian governments. It's where no one is safe and anyone can be dobbed in. And if they're dobbed in, you're basically crucified. The commitments include, now listen to this, I'm not fucking making this up, this is straight out of the agreement. The commitments include educating and raising awareness with their users and building a network of trusted reporters to flag unwanted content. So they're going to build a fucking army to police the world. This is like 1984 shit, if you've ever seen that. Facebook and Twitter are to provide regular training to their staff on current societal developments and work more closely with national governments and their law enforcement agencies to remove content the EU does not favour. I mean, fucking hell, mate. It's absolute totalitarian globalist control. Most alarmingly, however, the platforms have also promised to engage in the active promotion of views and organisations the EU does favour, and the re-education of supposedly hateful users like you and me. This is the sort of crap that is being posted on the Australian, this is what's coming out in Australia. What the internet did for journalism, Donald Trump is doing for political reality, and it is just hundreds of stories on my feed. If I go to Google, and it's Google doing this, if I go to Google and click on Donald Trump, it's just a barrage of negativity, a barrage of fake news claims. This is written by a more right-leaning paper. Google said it's working on a policy change to prevent websites that misrepresent content from using its AdSense advertising network, while Facebook updated its advertising policies to spell out that its ban on deceptive and misleading content applies to fake news, so anything that's right. Considering the amount of finger-pointing by much of a liberal press in the aftermath of November, we are wondering if websites like CNN would be captured by this filter. And then this is just a fantastic point. We're talking about the fucking masterminds of spin doctoring, like The Guardian, like CNN. How dare these people? All the frickin' news feeds I'm getting at the moment are on fake news are coming from places like The Guardian. I mean, come on, are you fucking joking? These are people that write stories on sexist freaking air conditioning. Moving forward, we will restrict ads serving on pages that misrepresent, misstate, or conceal information about the publisher's content, or the primary purpose of the web property, Google said in a statement. Now, I've read this before. Now, I want you to have a look at something. Just in case you think I'm some sort of crazy conspiracy theorist, this is my own YouTube account. These are my own videos. Ohio terror attack. Okay? Islam again. Now, you'll notice on the right-hand side a $ with a slash through it. They did not even give me the option to monetize this video. I can't contest it. There's nothing I can do. It has been, it's forced censorship by taking away monetizing. And if you go back to a previous statement I just read up the top, they said that that is one of the ways they're going to censor. Here's another one. Hey, it's Angela Merkel. Munich terror attack covered up by corrupt government. Can't monetize again. They're on the right-hand side. They will not let me monetize this video. Nice attacks and the socialist left. I'm sick of it. Censored again. I cannot make any money of it. So they're already trying to censor or trying to stop me from wanting to make videos I can't make money on. Because, I mean, honestly, I don't make much money off this at all. No one gives me fucking PayPal contributions. And honestly, you have to get hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views before you make like $100 frickin' in this game. So I'm really getting not much out of it at all. So they're actually taking away more and more incentive for me to print truthful stories because they're going to take them away. And the other, you know, Pizzagate was another one. I did a Pizzagate video. Monetization was removed straight away. Now, look, guys, this is a big wake-up call. Stop fucking worrying about Pizzagate and start waking up to really what's going on here. There's mass censorship moving in. They're looking for any excuse they can, and Pizzagate is the #1 perpetrator. We've got to be looking at exactly what these people are doing. It's a fucking war, really. I mean, this is the backlash from the globalists over the Trump victory over Brexit. And if you go to Joseph Watson's channel, there's a massive movement against Brexit right now. They are fighting back with everything they have. So guys, if you're going to publish stuff, keep it real, keep it factual. Don't give these pricks any excuses to shut you down, because believe me, they're going to try and shut you down. And, you know, if we're doing any kind of content that is counter to this EU fucking law, if it all goes through, and it looks like it is going through, our shit, if we make it in America or Australia, it's not going to get to the EU. It's just going to be banned in that country. They're not even going to see it. I mean, that's how fucked up this shit is. Look, this is Omega signing out. Let me know what you're thinking. Obviously, we had Bering get a strike. Now, hey, was it just about you know, something that he, you know, a song that he used or an image that he used? Was it being you know, shut down for those reasons, or was it something else? I don't know. I honestly think YouTube is trying to make a point, but hey, who knows? This is Omega signing out. I'll be back soon with another video, hopefully, if they don't fucking shut me down. Thanks, guys.